Manchester United are back in Europa League action on Thursday. We travel to Belgium to face Anderlecht in the quarter-finals. We're 5 games away from winning the Europa League. Can Manchester United do it? Let's get straight to it with our preview. How is Manchester United's form going into this game? In the last 6, we have won 3, we have drawn 2, and we have lost only 1. But crucially, in our last 6 Europa League games, we have kept 5 clean sheets. We've been defensively very sound, very good, and that really helps Manchester United going into this game. Sergio Romero has been an excellent backup choice goalkeeper, and no doubt he is going to start out in Belgium as well. So defensively, we are sound. But what about Anderlecht's form? Let's take a look. In their last 6 games, they've got 4 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. They've only scored 7 goals, but they've kept 4 clean sheets. So defensively, they're very sound, but in attack, they haven't been scoring many goals recently. Does that sound like a team you know? Exactly. Manchester United have been in very, very similar form. So going into the match, 2 very evenly matched sides. But something that will be interesting to take a look at is how did Anderlecht get to the quarter-final? Here is their route so far. Now, Anderlecht finished second in their group behind St Etienne. Now, they finished there with 11 points, which I suppose is that's a good return. A little bit unfair. Maybe they didn't win the group. But they drew 1-1 away and they lost 3-2 at home to St Etienne. Now, in the round of 32, they came up against Zenit St Petersburg and they went through on away goals, 3-3 on aggregate. Then they got into the round of 16 and they faced Apoel Nicosia, I think it is, and they beat them 2-0 over 2 legs. A comfortable win over that side. And now they face Manchester United in the quarterfinals. In their route to this quarterfinal, only Roma has scored more goals than them in the Europa. Roma has scored 23, Anderlecht has scored 20. They are a danger going forward, but coming into the match, their form hasn't been the best in front of goal. But what happened the last time Manchester United played Anderlecht? In 2000, we were against them in the group stages of the Champions League. We may have lost 2-1 in the away leg, but at the home leg, we smashed them 5-1. Andy Cole got himself a hat-trick. And let's not forget that back in 1956, with the Busby boys, Sir Matt Busby's babes, we beat them 10-0, which still stands as Manchester United's highest ever score in a game. That's a long living record that's going to be very hard to beat. And heading into this game, it will be interesting to know who are their danger men, who's been Anderlecht's best players so far in the Europa League. Now, their main striker, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but I'm going to say Teodosic, probably not. He scored 5 goals, which is 25% of Anderlecht's goals in the Europa League. The Polish striker is without doubt their target man. And if he is on form, then we're going to need Eric Bailly and Marcos Rojo or whoever plays in defence to make sure they have a good game. But the player that everybody will be watching out for is Yuri Tillemans. Now, he has scored 3 goals in 9 Europa League appearances this season, but the 19-year-old midfielder is more than just goals. He's very much a box-to-box midfielder. Very much he can get up and down, and his quality can add to defence and attack. And Manchester United have been linked to him for a while now. And no doubt that everybody's going to be looking at how he performs. And it will be interesting to see how he does play against Manchester United. And as well as looking at the danger men for Anderlecht, what are the good points and the positive points going into this game for Manchester United? Antonio Valencia is going to be ready to return to action at right back. We've missed him madly in the last 2 games. Contender for player of the season. And Mourinho's been resting him for this match, so we'll see him back in the game. Romero's going to start in goal. Not David De Gea, but as I said, 5 clean sheets in our last 6 in Europa League. Romero's been key to that. And a big positive for me going into this game is the fact that Jose Mourinho is in charge. Knockout European football. He knows how to play it. Won the Champions League with Porto. Won the Champions League with Inter. He knows how to win the Champions League. He's done it with multiple clubs. And coming into this game, away first leg, Mourinho knows, do not concede. That is the aim of the game. Just like Fergie did. We used to play 4-5-1 away in Europe with Rooney up top on his own. I expect Mourinho to be very defensive in this game and hit on that counter-attack. That's how you should play away in Europe. And Mourinho's got the experience of that to give on to the players. But as well as looking at the positives, what are the potential concerns for United going into this game? As I said, Anderlecht have been free scoring in the Europa League this year with 20 goals. They may have had a little bit of a rough patch in the last 6 games with only 7 goals, but there's no doubt they have been scoring goals for fun in the Europa League. So Man United's defence has to make sure they are on point. And something that Jose Mourinho is going to have to contend with is the fact that we play Chelsea on Sunday. Will he rest any players? Will he take players off? What is his mindset? What's the most important game? Is it the Europa League, where we can get a Champions League spot if we win it? Or is it his former club, Chelsea? We've lost twice to Chelsea in 2 games this season. Mourinho will not want that hat-trick. So it's going to be tough to balance this game with that one. How we'll do it, we'll see on Thursday. As for our starting 11 predictions show, make sure you check that out. There'll be a link in the description as always. But crucially, what is my prediction for the game? I think Manchester United will win this match 1-0. I think it's going to be a classic Mourinho away game. The sort of game that when you watched him as a United fan when he wasn't United manager, you got pissed off at him about. But this is European football. This is where performances have to be different. You have to be tactically aware of what's happening. And for this game, with the second leg coming at home, the key is to get the away goal. And if we can do that and keep a clean sheet, we then only have to score 1 goal at Old Trafford to force Anderlecht into needing 3 to go through. That's the perfect situation. That's what Mourinho wants to get from this game. And that's how I predict it will go. So that's it for the preview today. Make sure you please drop a like on the video. Make sure you comment as always, just like all you guys and girls do all the time anyway. And we'll see you soon. Take it easy.